Welcome to Town Talk, the official podcast of the town of Stephenville, where community conversations happen. I'm Marilee Joy Castillo, Communications Manager at the town. This podcast takes place in the Chamber of Town Hall, where we share updates, ideas, and information about what's happening in our community. Joining me today is Tom O'Brien, candidate for council in the upcoming municipal election. So welcome, Tom.
Thank you for having me.
And Tom, I guess before we get into our general questions, you're currently a councillor on the town council, but why don't you just tell people a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been on council now a number of terms. I served 2 terms as a councillor, then I served 3 terms as mayor, and now I'm back finishing off a term as councillor again.
Excellent. So, Tom, what made you, decide to run for council once again? What motivated you?
Well, what motivated me is, it's in my DNA, basically, to serve the community, and council's a way of doing it.
Exactly. So, if you had to think of a top issue in Stephenville right now, what do you see as a top issue?
The top issue in Stephenville right now, is the infrastructure. Infrastructure is always a top issue. Whether it's road construction, road repairs, healthcare, the airport is always an issue. The list just goes on and on and on. Recreation is a big one. There's a new playground put in, but we need to finish that project off. Splash pad for the kids. So, there's no non-ending list of priorities and what needs to be done.
Excellent. And how will you continue to make sure that voices of residents are heard around a council table?
You listen to people. Whether you run into them downtown, whether they call you, whether they send you a text or an email, you listen to people. It's not just something that you stand up for a few minutes and listen to them talk for 4 or 5 minutes and then forget about them. You do follow up. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of good ideas, and we have to be listening to them.
That's right. Take the time to listen and make sure you follow up. So you've got a lot of great qualities, a lot of experience. As you mentioned, you've been on council, you've served as mayor. So what are some of the qualities or experiences that you bring that you feel makes you an effective councillor?
Basically, the same thing that's brought me on council years ago and kept me on council. You listen to people, you engage with people, and you work your butt off with other government agencies and that to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Excellent. So, Tom, what would be your approach to encouraging small business growth here in our community?
You work with small businesses to get them to, number one, to start up, and number 2, to effectively grow in the community. You remove as much red tape as possible.
That's right. Do you see more opportunities for some regional collaboration with some surrounding communities throughout the Bay St. George area?
Oh, most definitely. There's always, opportunity to work with other communities. A lot of us have the same issues, the same problems that we're trying to solve. So, there's basically, I guess it goes back to the old cliche, there's strength in numbers.
Right.
So, if we all work together and work with government departments, our outcome should be
a great one.
Should be good, certainly.
So, Tom, you also mentioned previously about infrastructure and whatnot. So how do you think that the town should prioritize, like the community development, economic development, and municipal infrastructure?
It's a mix of all of them. Some days it's like trying to balance a 7-sided seesaw. Not one thing takes all of your energy, nor should it. You have to spread your energy out and deal with more than one thing at a time.
Excellent. So do you think, I know housing has been an issue right across the town, across the province, across the country. Do you think that Stephenville needs more housing options? And if so, the second part would be, how do you feel council should address that?
Well, there's definitely a need for council to be involved in additional housing. It's, like you said, it's right across the country. It's not just isolated to ourselves. And I mean, we just had an upland study done, which gave us some good, excellent ideas. And one of them was infilling. There's lots that are not utilized.
Right.
But the water and sewer and services that goes right along in front of it, which makes it cheaper to develop. So we need to focus in on some of that stuff.
Exactly. I just got a couple of more questions for you, Tom. One of them is, how would you ensure transparency for the town and the people?
You give the information to the people. It is the people's business, and I mean they have to know what's going on. Yes, some things by some developers needs to be kept confidential if the developer wants to keep confidential. But overall, I mean, I've always had an open door policy.
Excellent. So, Tom, if you could sum it up why people should vote for Tom O'Brien in this upcoming municipal election, what would you say to them?
Because of my experience, look at my record. It's to do for the people. There's no hidden agendas. It's what's good for the town is good for all of us, and what's good for all of us is good for the town.
That's great, Tom, and I really want to thank you for taking the time and coming on with us here today and answering our questions. I know we're trying to get as much information for the residents to make informed decisions in the upcoming election. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. It's an excellent idea.
Great. So that concludes this episode of Town Talk. Thank you very much to Tom O'Brien for joining us here today, candidate for council in the upcoming municipal election. And we certainly wish you, Tom, the best of luck.
Thank you.